Leos, welcome back to the Astroflower. This is going to be your weekly energy reading going from the 15th through to the 21st, coming right up to that solar eclipse. A real sort of changing time. Life is in transition at the moment in multitudes of senses. We've been covering it between the comet, Three Eye, Atlas, between sort of a changing shift of the consciousness that's going on, and in the messages from energy. And it's a real sort of time of there's no going back, as it were. And becoming multi-dimensional is what I was talking about in the messages from energy. Also, the elements that are coming through are earth and water that we were looking at upon the sun with the coronal holes and the filament energies, which will be affecting the earth, obviously, with earthquakes and so forth, and volcanoes, and how it is going to be affecting us as individuals. Looking at your Astroflower, Leos, you have a lot of earth in your sign, and your base of your flower is made up of earth. So you're fire and earth, and you do have this water that comes in really into your here and now from your financial sage. And we talked about this, I think, 2 weeks ago. So it seems to be that is coming back onto the back onto the table, as it were. So you may find that there's a lot of sort of a real sort of determination to physically get things in place, not only on the financial side, but also on your personal side of life. And this is going to be stimulating for you in the here and now emotionally as you go forward. Okay. We're going to be picking up some messages for you for this week here. We're also going to be doing the chakra sequencing, and also just pulling a few cards at the end. If you've got any questions that you want channeling in the reading, please do put them in the comments section down below. Thanking you very much for your subscription and everything like that as we go on. We're sat on this energy line here, so let's just get straight into the situation and see what's going on, pick up some messages from the energy for you. So this is it. We're now in full immersion within the energies. Let's just see what's going on in the way of I get like a waterfall factor going on. It's like diving in. It's almost taking a little bit of a leap of faith, and I think the leap of faith is within yourself more than anything. And if anybody can do this, you Leo certainly can. You can stride forward with a lot of confidence within you, but it is a bit of a leap of faith going on here in regards to the energies. And I think the energies are sort of like stimulating that side to you more than anything else. I think they're stimulating the ideas, because the air energy and the fire energy, that's not really coming through the system. So it's trying to help you to stimulate it from within you more than anything else. So, these ideas or these intuitions that come to you are coming from your inner spirit, your inner being, as it were. And how does it interact with this earth and this water that's in the general energy that is around you? So let's just see if we can get a vision for the general messages for you here. Let's just see what's going on here. Standard bearer. I don't know if you understand that. It's someone who carries a flag for something. And it seems like, yeah, there was a leap of faith, and it's almost like you're carrying the flag for your life. But in a way, it's going to galvanize. It seems to be galvanizing a lot of people around you. And so this could be on your financial side, where you sort of start up a business, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of people that start coming to your business, and therefore you've got to employ more people. And it's just building speed, whatever it is. It seems to be like a movement on march, or marching, like some sort of marching on to, and it seems like I get the sunshine. It's as if like you're marching towards a lot of security, happiness, and so forth. I think it's like the ideas or the intuition that's coming from within you is more of a case of sort of kind of going, do you know what, I can do this. And I think you can, Leo. I really do. I think you've got a great possibility of instigating some really serious goals in your life at the moment. Really nice energies there. Um, and it's not, although it's you doing it for you, it's going to affect a lot of people that are around you in a good way. And it's, as I say, it's going to galvanize a lot of movement around you. Okay. Let's just see what's going on that sort of financial sort of side. Straight away, I get in for a penny, in for a pound. And I think that is that leap of faith there. I think this could be a leap of faith that's concerning your sort of financial sort of side of life. Could be a job, business, and projects. If you're going to go for it, if you're going to go for this, so like you're working in a company, you're probably okay and everything like that, and you've seen like a job offer that's better position, better paid, and etc. But it is a bit of a sort of kind of game where if I, if I jump for that job there, it may rock a bit of a boat for where you are. And that's where the leap of faith comes into play for it. In for a penny, in for a pound, in that respect. And I think it's worthwhile you doing it. And it does seem to be, I get this person that's gradually, it's like coins that they're gradually piling up because you're going in for a penny, in for a pound. And it's not like winning the lottery, but let's just say you're gaining stature and wealth because you're going after what you so desire or you so wish to do. And this could be a business as well. If you're doing a business, I think it's now the time to really instigate it. If you haven't already, if you have, now is the time to sort of push it into overdrive more than anything else. Really start pushing the limits of your business. And I think you'll find it exciting as well. It seems very enjoyable. And that's probably the standard bearer who's on route or marching towards their happiness. It seems like that within the financial sort of side. Let's just see if we can get, I guess, something to do with aviation. This one's going to be for some of you, not for a lot of people. This could mean travel for some people. It could be that you work in aviation or something like that. But whatever it is, there seems to be, yeah, I think there's travel involved somewhere along the lines. And it maybe is sort of like, I've got to go after that business. And maybe let's say like you're running a shop within your local town. Maybe it's time to put that shop on the internet and start reaching a little bit further. You don't necessarily have to be traveling somewhere, but whatever it is, I get this sort of like traveling factor going on here. And it's like you're really laser focusing on something that's quite far away. And it could be physically far away, say like a market that's not necessarily on your doorstep, or a job that's not necessarily local to you. But it also, I get this idea as well, is like a goal, as if to sort of say, if I can run my business well, then I can live pretty much where I want in the world. And that's what you're sort of like driving towards. It seems like it's going towards that. Okay. Very good though. Very good. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. Nice. I do get like marriage vibes out of this, or settling into a longer term relationship, or committing to a relationship, or something like that. For the majority of you, I get like this. It's like, yeah, this fits right. This fits so well, like a glove to a hand. Um, Absolutely beautiful. And I get this sensation that you've been looking for that for a long time, and you're finally starting to understand that it's actually right in front of your nose, sort of thing, in regards to sort of love and so forth, in regards to sort of relationships or enjoying, sharing time with another person and so forth. I think you're starting to realize that maybe you didn't see them before, and they're right in front of you, sort of thing. Uh, but it's whatever it is. There's a real satisfaction that comes with it. A real sort of beaming joy that can come from within you. So if you're looking for a relationship, you know, I would be straight talking with people. If you do like someone, then I'd put your cards on the table. I think it's going to pay off really well for you. Okay. If you're in relationships already, it's a case of, almost like renewing that love with that person by maybe through activities or, sort of maybe even sort of moving house again together or moving in together, whatever it is. It seems to be sort of like connecting in a really strong way. Okay. Let's just see what's going on the sort of spiritual sort of sense. I get this trumpet. I think this comes into the the standard bearer, and it's you're responding to your inner call. You're responding to your higher self. I think this is what you're doing, and it's like you're not accepting the job just because it pays the bills. It's like you're going into a job or you're going into a relationship because it's got a lot more depth in it than just sort of normal sort of stuff. This is really calling to your soul pathway in a way, and you're responding to that calling by the looks of it. Yeah, standing up and being counted by living your life. That's what it seems to be. Okay, really nice sort of let's see how the chakra sequencing goes for you. Now, the chakra sequencing, I have done a video on this. It gives you a heads up on how to approach situations, and it could be any situation, big or small, and it gives you a sort of like checklist to go through as a way you build through your energy. Once you get into that rhythm, that's when you can start producing or manifesting a great deal. So let's just connect to that energy again. Here we go. We've got that central point straight away. We've got the crown and the root. Actually, both the crown and the root are being a lot more present than they have been in most of the other readings here. And that could be your calling to your higher self. So um, there is a certain degree of being grounded in administration. So making sure you cross T's and dots I's in your coming week here. I would pay attention to the smaller details of things. The smaller details of finances and everything like that, that's pretty obvious. Doing the paperwork correctly, making sure you get the bills in and etc. Everything's in order, and you get your stock in and what have you. But on a relationship side, it's more of a case of just recognizing how people react or how people engage with you once you've, when you say something, how they react to the way they do it. And this is where I think you're going to see, by paying attention to the smaller details, I think you're going to see someone in front of you that kind of go, do you know what? You correspond to me. And so I think that'd be really good for you in a really, really good way. Where's it moving on to now? So once you know that and you feel that connection financially or within your relationship side, then you get the solar plexus that comes in. And this is your determination. I think this is where it's a cross between the earth and the fire. I would say more is a bit more sort of fire in the belly rather than anything else. A real sort of like, centralized force within you to get or to accomplish what you so wish to achieve. There was a real sort of determination about it. So once you're getting in this sort of like clear vision in a pathway where you know where you're going to, that's when you can, when things start gelling for you or connecting for you with people that are around you, either on your financial side or your relationship side, this is when you can apply your force and actually start pushing the things that are working for you. And it seems like there's a real good sort of fire in your belly, as it were. Where's it moving on to now? It goes through there. So it does come into the third eye and the throat chakra here. And they seem to be very imbalanced. I think it's basically when you start driving after your goals, you've got to be very clear-headed about it, but also at the same time, I think you need to be very clear and precise in the way you communicate yourself. So rather than just sort of jumping in, the words that you use will really sort of make a point, as it were, and it will make people stand around and kind of go, "Whoa, Leo, this is really on the ball there," that sort of thing. Within the relationship side as well, I think it's also being that putting your cards on the table sort of factor going on here on both sort of sides. It moves down onto the sacrum now, and this is all about getting the fundamental. This is the crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We didn't see the sacrum in the energy reading this week, which you can see on our channel, but certainly with you, it's more sort of about getting the fundamental things. So it's the fundamental desires. It's that fight and flight sort of factor. Do I go into this or do I not? And if it feels right for you and you feel the force within it, I would follow it. And I would push it as well in a really good way. And then it goes back to the crown and the root. So it follows through. This is you've got to be singular in the way in which you approach things, I think, Leo. Once you are, that's when I think you're going to not only be an inspiration for yourself, but certainly be an inspiration for a lot of people that are around you. That is the possibilities. Obviously, at the end of the day, if you do nothing, you do nothing. What do you get for nothing? You get nothing. So, yeah, but I think you've got a great opportunity here to advance a lot of things in your life. Let's just put a few cards on that. We're going to put a card on your financial side, then on your personal side, then on the general energies that's blowing through you. Don't forget, if you've got a question, you can put it in the comment section below and we'll sort of channel the answer next week. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Yeah, look at that. You really are off on a mission. If that's not a standard bearer, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like you are off on a mission. This is also a calling to your higher self as well. You know the pathway. The chariot knows where it's going. It's not a case of just randomly running off in a direction. It's definitely going after something, but it's also got that balance factor about it, which you can see here depicted by two, are they dogs or sphinx? Sorry, the sphinx on the card. And that gives us that yin yang factor that's going on within your life. And that's where I think you need to be, sort of like level headed about things, knowing what's good for you, knowing the force you have, and start really pushing it. I think you've got a huge potential this week on your financial side with great rewards. If it feels right, go for it. That is that fountain. It is that sort of, that waterfall. It is a bit of a leap of faith for you. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. Look at that, King of Pentacles. There is so much force in you at the moment, Leo. That is so much. There's real determination here, but it's ultimate abundance, really. I think within your relationship side, I think everything is within your grasp, and I think you're going to know it. I think you're going to understand it fully within yourself. And once you do, it's gonna change a lot within your life. It's going to make you feel a lot more secure, which allows you then to push the limits even further. But and it is a Taurus card, so the Taurus is very similar to you because it's an Earth and Fire sign, and you're a Fire and Earth sign, and both fixed. So I think you could use a little bit of the determination of the Taurus in order to, really galvanize your sort of courage, as it were. Let's see what there's going on in the general energy. Page of Swords. Yeah, this is the general energy that I think that's flowing through you. So you've got the Page of Swords. It's about speaking your truth. It's also about using your mental agility and abilities to dispel the mist from your pathway, clear the clouds out of the way so you can see clearly going forward. And it comes in from you. So you seem to be the driving factor behind this all this week here, Leo. I would really seriously engage in it. Thanking you for being here. Really do enjoy all the support you give to this channel through subscribing, liking, and sharing. It's absolutely lovely. Don't forget about the messages from Energy and also the other videos in Energy that we do on this channel. We will be doing a live at the weekend. If you're subscribed, you'll get notifications of it where we can ask questions and we can talk about a lot of different things. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.